Welcome to Book Weekly, your weekly recap on all things book. Mints, announcements, price action, all the info in one video. Let's start with mints. On Monday started a new series, or a new half of the series, which is the Monday Meditations 2.0, with the Critique of Pure Reason by Immanuel Kant. This is pretty interesting because if we compare to the other part of the series, Monday Meditations, first half, we can see that price is pretty close to the problems of philosophy. So the last mint in that series. So only 250 units. It's pretty low, it goes by in seconds, and floor is holding above the discounted price. Let's see if the trend continues. There are still 4 more books in Monday Meditations 2.0 this month. Then on Tuesday they minted the Scarlet Pimpernel. This is more of a reader edition with 2,000 copies with a price of 15 or discounted price of 10 ADA. It's still minting, around 700 units sold so far. This we can compare more with the Voyage Out, which was another reader edition a couple of weeks back here, and this one did sell out. However, when we look at the floor, it's also close to the discount price. So I guess people are buying just to get this rare cover that they like. Or they are stacking up in prevision of read to earn, lending, or maybe they just want to gift them. Those are great for that. It's cheap, you can give it to someone with a card on a wallet and get them on board. On Wednesday, they minted DeFi for Dummies. Only 400 units and half of those sold. It's kind of too bad because the For Dummies series is very, very popular, and the fact that it is now on book.io is a hint that more of those may come. It was confirmed that Book has access to the whole series. So I think it would have been nice to sell out to just send a strong signal to the publisher. Not sure what's gonna happen. Maybe DeFi was not the right theme, in the sense that, we know about that, we know how to handle this. I don't know, maybe they should have gone with something more general. Then on Thursday, they moved forward with the Monster 2.0 series with scary fiction shorts by H.P. Lovecraft. This series is also interesting because it's similar to Monday Meditations, where we have a first series and then a second edition. If we look at Monster 2.0 here, we see that we have a floor price that is below OG price, so maybe not so much interest anymore. And when we compare to the Monster series, this one is kind of the OG one, and is still holding strong in some specific titles. For instance, Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which was the airdrop, you got it kind of for free, and the floor price is 500 ADA now. When we look at Monster 2.0, what is interesting is that when you look at the min price, it started with buying with book token, which was pretty nice to have some use case for that token, and then price basically went down all the time. So we went from 199 at the beginning to 99 now, and the floor price is roughly half of the initial price. So 92 ADA for 199 price, and so on. So now that the price is just 100 ADA, we have half of that as floor. It's only 666 units. Usually those titles are classics. People know them, people want them. I know there are a lot of expectations from this one, like some specific covers, some specific stories. Nonetheless, it sold out fast, but it doesn't really hold on secondary. So it will be interesting to see how many more titles we'll have in this series. I assume 9 plus the 10th one being the airdrop, like they did for the first Monster series. And we'll see what happens. Maybe it will just appreciate with time, I feel like classics are a safe bet. People will always read them, will always want them. So maybe now it's just mint fatigue that is taking place. And finally, on Friday, it was not a mint, but it was an airdrop from the Flash Mint series, or 420 as it used to be called, with the psychedelic handbook. And this is holding pretty strong at a floor of 260. And the covers are really amazing. Really, everyone was praising Billy and Zanji for their work on this. It looks mesmerizing. You feel like you could look at that a long time, get into the details. I really like those. Not really the topic, it's not my thing, but it does look cool. You could almost just print it and hang it on your wall. When it comes to snapshots and airdrops, more commonly referred to as Snappies and Droppies, we had a few events this week. First, on Wednesday, there was the snapshot for the Band series, and the title for this is Candide by Voltaire. And it was announced that this will be the discount book for a new series on Cardano called the Band Book a Day series. Curious to see what we're gonna get there. I know there are a lot of expectations with 1984. Who knows? Might be interesting to get that on the chip on JPEG if it shows up. But it's interesting that they already announced it's gonna be a discount book, so that maybe people will hold on to it instead of paper handing. So Snapshot was on Wednesday, airdrop is in the coming week. The other thing that happened on Friday is the snapshot for the Wizard Team audiobook. So if you had the Wizard Team ebook, you got snapshot on Friday and you will get the audiobook version sometime in the future. No date was announced, but I believe the audiobook has been existing for a long time. It's just the process of turning it into a DEA, a decentralized encrypted asset, and to create some covers. So hopefully it won't be too long. I always hear that this book is hilarious, and I was waiting for the audiobook version to get into it. There was a little snippet that was shared in the OG Book Club, I believe, by the author, Team Canada, and sounded good. And in the upcoming week, we'll have another snapshot, is the one for the Monday Meditation Series 1.0. Here the information is incorrect. Snapshot is not on 12th, but will be on 13th, on Tuesday. So get your sets in order, delist, and get all things together. I think it's going to be very limited, considering that you need the Meditations book, which is the most expensive book in the whole collection. It's even more expensive than the Gutenberg Bible. So good luck and congratulations to those who own this book and the whole set. On Tuesday, Josh was invited on Discover Crypto, a YouTube channel with 1.4 million subscribers, and it's blockchain agnostic, so really great platform for Book, who is now multi-chain. I want to give a shout out to the OG Book Club, which was very active on the chat. I kind of expected people to make fun of Cardano, Ghost Chain, those things, but people showed up, spread very good vibes, and I think it made people want to join us. There were a few interesting takeaways. First and most importantly, the book token is going multi-chain. So a bridge will be built and it will be converted into an ERC20 token, which will make it even more accessible. I remember in the chat during this stream, there were people asking, can I buy it on Coinbase? So there is definitely interest, and I can understand that some people, for whatever reason, don't want to get a Cardano wallet and so on. So this bridge being built, the token going multi-chain, will really bring in many more holders. So that's very positive announcement. Also, another interesting piece of information was that in the prior company, Josh and Ben, the co-founders of Book.io, worked with close to 50 universities. And if you watched my previous video about the BookCon, you would know that one of the speakers at the con is actually on the board of directors of NYU. So there's a whole market there of textbooks and delivering books to students, and Book.io has the connections. So it's maybe something we don't think about when we think about ebooks and so on, but there is this part of the market where people have to get their books. They don't buy them because they want to and they want to read, they buy them because they have to, and thanks to the book technology, this read to earn, this verified reading, people will be able to check that indeed students read what they were supposed to, and that they didn't just ask ChatGPT to write a paper. They will have to read and will be able to prove that. So an interesting use case. We may not always think about it, but the technology is there and the connections as well. And finally, another tidbit of information, it was pretty quick, so I guess some people might have missed it, is that they quickly talked about 1984, the fact that it's public domain around the world except in the US. And Josh mentioned that when he was talking with HarperCollins, the publisher who has the rights to 1984, he asked, can we sell it? Can we publish it on book? So you may think, okay, well, it's a popular book, he asked whatever. But my point is, how deep is your relationship with one of the big five, one of the big publishers, to ask them already if we can put that specific book on the platform? I don't think it's like basic talks. I think they've been talking for a while, and this makes me bullish to say that, okay, we have those big publishers with those humongous catalogs who actually are open to such requests. So it looks like it's definitely moving in the right direction. On Wednesday, Josh and Guillermo hosted a space on X to talk about the tech. It was a very interesting space. It was focused on just 1 month of building, and there were so many things being built. I highly encourage you to listen to it. Tons of information, especially if you like those tech talks. But here I'm gonna try to boil it down into a few main points. What was very interesting first was that we learned they're working with Stripe for credit card integration, and this is a mandatory functionality to get before onboarding the masses. They were praising Stripe for the quality of the technology, how easy it was to work together. So it's nice to see that they're making strides on that front. Then they announced that they are actually rebuilding the app. The idea is that audiobooks need to be supported on the mobile app. And what is an audiobook if not an audio file? So something that could be like music. And what are DAs if not media files? So the idea is to rebuild the core of the app so that then in the future there could be a book app to read books and listen to audiobooks, and a Stuff app for all other media types. Stuff.io is another thing that has been teased for a while, although we didn't get much information. We just know that, okay, it's gonna be the same thing, but with music, maybe videos, who knows. But they are also working, or at least laying the groundwork to create the app that will allow to listen to all those new media types, or rather to consume all those media types. As a reminder, at the BookCon, there will be the ex-CEO of Vivo coming as a speaker. So those connections are already done. Actually, Josh mentioned during the space that he has meetings planned with music artists and labels. So it is coming. During the space, they also touched on the tech needed to ingest millions of titles, as well as mint and print. The biggest news, however, was that the book stake pool has been created. So you can look at the ticker book on Pool PM. I'll try to pull that up quickly. You can start delegating, however, the pool is not active yet, meaning that you're not gonna get any rewards. Nonetheless, looks like 54 wallets decided to get onto it, and it's very encouraging. You see it's a 100% margin stake pool. This means that you forego your ADA rewards to get book rewards instead. Josh touched also on a dashboard to claim rewards, and that was pretty much all we got to learn about it. Sorry, one more point was that Josh said there might be a book, so an actual book, airdropped to early delegators. So it's kind of a cool way to be rewarded for supporting them. And I think it's interesting because this stake pool, well, it's not an initial stake pool offering, it's not an ISPO, the token is out already. So you're basically saying, well, this extra ADA I would get via staking rewards, I would use it to buy book, so might as well get the book tokens directly. I'm curious to see how many days it will take for this stake pool to be saturated. Little wink wink at ADA Whale, because I'm sure he could saturate it pretty fast. Nonetheless, great way for people to support the cause, support the vision, without having to buy books every day or every week. Just stake, get your book tokens, and support the company. 69 days left until the BookCon happens. If you already bought an in-person ticket, congratulations, you got airdropped some book tokens. So far, the airdrops were done for the people who bought the general admission ticket and the VIP ticket. However, it was mentioned that virtual attendees will also get something. So for all the early birds, you are being rewarded. And personally, I love that. I love unexpected airdrops. Book, they are such a generous team. They take care of their people. They cultivate this loyalty with their supporters in that way. It's simple, but personally, I'd rather have an unexpected airdrop where the team is basically telling me thank you for your support, rather than having a random no-name project just shilling airdrops like, hey, you're a greedy guy, just give me your ADA and maybe someday, sometime, I will give you an airdrop if I do what I promise I would do, and I'm not crossing my fingers. So I love that. It's just respect and basic value. I assume most people don't see it like this. They just think, hey, I got an airdrop. The airdrop was worth $100 if you had a VIP ticket. So quite big. And I can imagine that some people are like, yeah, I'm making money, awesome. But it's not about that. It's about what kind of people you invest in. And people at Book, there are people who will take care of you. They've been doing this from the start, from airdropping Bibles at the beginning to giving the best price during the initial token offering to Bible holders, and now those book token airdrops, they take care of their people. And I think if I were outside this community, I would see how the community members are treated, and it would make me want to join them. So I think the strategy is correct here. Invest in the people you have, and when people from the outside will see all the benefits they get, they will also jump in. So 69 days left. If you didn't get your tickets, do so. And if you hold a Gutenberg Bible, come to Discord. We have the OG Book Club, this channel which is only for Gutenberg Bible holders. And in there are specific discount codes. The virtual ticket is $200 public price and around $116, I think, if you hold a Gutenberg Bible. So it's a huge discount. and you're not only buying, getting access to the stream during the whole day and listening to the speakers, you're getting two books, dropped to you. So get on it before it is too late. And more importantly, Jason mentioned that there are more surprises to come. So the more you wait, the more FOMO you're gonna get when it's gonna get close. I mean, think about it. Everything that book is doing. In January, they were mentioned in Fortune's magazine. They released their new version of the app. Now they're preparing the BookCon, and they're preparing to go multi-chain with the token. They build so much so fast. What do you think will be the state of book 2 months from now? It's not gonna be worse. It's gonna be better and much better. So don't FOMO in the future, FOMO now. Get your tickets, because even the virtual tickets are limited. So you've been warned. On the token side, a very healthy price action with 5 green candles in a row. Now cooling down, but still closing at a pretty high level. On the 7th day, we have an increase of price of 15%. And if we zoom out, we can see that we broke the prior resistance. So where to now, only time will tell. We had this Discover Crypto YouTube video on Tuesday, and you can see that from that point it only went up. Not sure if it's related, but good to see some positive action. And that's it for this first episode of Book Weekly. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Thank you very much, and until next time.